leverage is like one of the best words in the dictionary. Leverage is, I joke amongst my clients that leverage is my middle name. We leverage business. We build a slick, smart, streamlined business. Leverage is getting more from less. So we can do that in business, great. The concept and the idea and being able to do this in business is incredibly powerful. What if we can now apply the principles of leverage to ourselves as well? This is the big game changer. This is what so few people are doing. And this is, honestly, my friends, this is the missing piece of the entrepreneurial puzzle. Hi, this is Karen here, and on today's episode, I want to talk about the birth of Biohack Your Business, how it all started, where it came from, and how the combination of business and strategy and biology really shaped the movement that I'm building today. And in order to do this, I've got to rewind 7 or so years when I started my business. I became obsessed with strategy 7 years ago, and I still am today. What I wanted to do was help people who ran primarily service-based businesses, help them to monetize their genius and make money from their expertise. I did that through helping them with the strategy that they needed to grow their business, reach more people, drive traffic to the top of their funnel, help people with their sales and their marketing and their offers, all the things that we know are important when it comes to strategy to build a thriving and profitable business. But what I didn't realize at the time is that I was on the brink of something much bigger. Something much, much bigger was yet to come. And this is where I am today. The integration of systems and processes was really solid strategy, but the biohacking that feeds into this is a game changer in business. I know this through my own business, and I know this through helping my clients and hundreds of my clients to build their businesses. Strategy alone is not enough. And that's what I've come to realize over the last few years. This is why what I'm doing with biohacking in business is bringing these parallels together, helping people to not only build their business, but helping them to feel amazing in the process of doing this. Because when we feel amazing, we do amazing. So I'll share today with you the story of how this all began, how I ended up being interested in biohacking myself, and the steps that I am taking right now to help clients, people who are building businesses, potentially you, make biohacking the missing piece of the puzzle in your business, because this gives you the competitive edge. This gives you what you may not have, what you may be missing today, right now in your business. So keep listening. I've got some really cool things that I want to share with you. So for the last 7 years, I've loved helping people to build impact-led, highly profitable businesses. Strategy is an important part of the puzzle. Of course it is. But there's no point having an amazing strategy if you don't have the tech and the tools to implement that strategy. So a couple of years ago, I founded a tech platform called Expert Space. And this is great. I can give people the strategy. I love strategy. It's what I'm known for. It's what I'm good at. It's what I've been doing for the last 7 years. But it can be even more powerful when I can give people the strategy, but also the tools to implement that strategy, because you can't have one without the other. There's no point in having a brilliant strategy but not being able to drive it forward. And also there's no point in having amazing tech and tools if you don't have the right things to put into the systems. Rubbish in, rubbish out. You may have heard me mention this before. So this was really about me thinking, what do people need and how can I give it to them? I'm massively driven by results and outcomes. I've moved away from sharing information. I'm not about sharing information. I'm about here's what you need and here's how we make it happen. I prefer to help my clients to get the results by not telling them, but showing them, or in some cases, actually doing it with them as well. It doesn't matter how good your strategy is. If you are spending all day looking at a plan and not driving it forward, or if you can't get out of your own way, if you're procrastinating like crazy, that's not going to get you to where you want to get to. So a couple of years ago, I found myself like, I've got the strategy. Let's marry the strategy up with the tech and the tools and the systems, because systems and processes are the things that carry the load in your business. Often, and particularly with my one-on-one clients, they come to me often with a hot mess business. and they've created some amazing success. They're making for revenue months. They have got so many offers and so many funnels and so many things that are happening behind the scenes in their business. It gets to the point that often they're running a circus, not a business. And so then we look at the systems and processes to help get them to the next level. And that's what every single business needs. The systems and processes are the things that, like, save your neck, that give you some respite in your business. The systems and processes are things that you can count on so that you are not elbow deep in your business every day. So we take the strategy, we add the systems and the processes, we add the tech and the tools, and all of a sudden you've got a business that means that it can run without you. It can give you some of your time back. It means that you don't have to go on holiday and feel like you're a slave to your business. You can start to step away. And I always love the phrase, I use this a lot, automate first and outsource second. I think it's really important. You don't need to have a zillion people in your team helping you behind the scenes. Maybe you'll have a few, like I do. 7 years ago, or a few years ago, I had 7 members of my team all doing different things. My business was complicated. Now there's 2 or 3 of us. We've got the tech and the tools that are carrying the load for us. This is what technology will do. This is what systems and processes will do. So this is the birth of the Hack Your Business movement. Because what I realized I was doing with my clients is I was helping them to make smart, intelligent, simple shifts in their business, if you like. Not hacks in terms of cutting corners, but adjustments, micrometer adjustments that were making all the difference for them. This was running a smart, intelligent business. It was taking their hot mess business and turning it into something that ran like clockwork, was really streamlined and systemized. And for me, this makes my heart sing. This is what we have to get to in business. Because if you've got a ball and chain around your leg, if you can't go on holiday without having to check in or do things, or worse still, maybe it's worse, I don't know, it depends who you're asking the question to, but what if your business only makes sales if you are the person making the sales? I can't think of anything worse. It's like, what if you want to step back? What if you don't want to make sales one day? I feel like the people who are solely responsible for bringing sales into the business don't really have a business. They have a job that's potentially 24/7. So we've got to change that. We know we've got to change that. So we've got the strategy, we've got the systems and processes and the tech and the tools. We've got the smart, intelligent adjustments that are making one heck of a difference to people's businesses by stepping themselves out of the business running in the background is bringing in the sales, it's giving them freedom and time and impact, a tick in all of those boxes. This is amazing. Okay, so what happens when you start to feel exhausted, or you're working a little bit too hard and you notice the signs of burnout, or you notice that you're slipping into hustle mode and you don't want to be because you know this isn't going to help? We all know that hustle mode does not help us to build businesses. It's really, really hard to stop getting into that situation. I see it time and time, all the time with my clients. The feeling of having to push harder to get more is unsustainable, and frankly, it doesn't work. The harder you push, the more you get away from the very thing that you're working towards. So sometimes we've got to undo a lot of the beliefs we have around hard work in business, and sometimes it comes from childhood or it comes from past stories that we've told ourselves. We've got to undo that. We've got to feel great, and a massive part of how we feel great in business is to boost our energy, to make sure that we are energized and we're bringing a great sense of energy into our business every day. You've got to have a strategy, you've got to have the systems and the means to implement that strategy. But you've got to feel amazing as well. You've got to feel like you are optimized. Your business needs to be optimized and you need to be optimized. And so this is how the story of the Biohack Your Business movement came about, because what I started to notice is that my clients were getting great results. Some of them they were pushing really hard, and I was having one heck of a job of trying to get them to slow down and be more intentional with what they were working on. And that's not easy. What I noticed is that there was things that I could help them with, that I was bringing into my own life and business that I started bringing into my clients' lives and business. Like the things that I do to feel energized in the morning, the biohacks that I was already doing to get the very best out of myself. When I stepped back one day, I realized actually I'm helping my clients to optimize their business. But actually, what if I help them to optimize themselves as well? And that powerful combination of optimized business and optimized you really is where the exponential growth happens. Like if we plug away, we chip away the strategy, we're going to get linear growth. But if we bring in the work that we need to do on ourselves, and we'll talk about what those things might be in a minute, that's when the doors open for exponential growth. So I just had this really big light bulb moment one day. It was that, okay, people are optimizing their businesses with my help. What if we optimize them as well? Because ultimately, this is what I'm doing. And it became a movement where my own passion of biohacking started to filter into my clients' businesses. And this was the most joyful thing I've done in probably the entire duration of my business, because this is when people started to feel great. The shifts in their habits, the supplements that they can take to boost their cognitive ability, the lion's mane, binaural beats, the deep work, the breath work, the meditation, the cold therapy, the hot therapy, all of these things, like not all of them at the same time, of course, but when you start to bring in some of these things into your business in a strategic way, that's when you realize the power of what you bring to the table. That's when you realize that strategy alone is not enough. So this realization that I had, what if I bring this, and we expand all of it together? It was incredible. And this is the story of the Biohack Your Business movement and how it all began. It's the optimization of your business, it's the optimization of you, and it's the power of bringing both of these things together. And then the pieces of the puzzle literally started dropping into place. So what I realized is, okay, I'm a business coach. I love helping people with their strategy. We know that's important. You can't build a business without strategy. I mean, of course you can't. You'd be running up and down the field all the time and never scoring. So we need the strategy. Okay, that's what I'm doing already. Well, what about the systems and the tech and the tools? Okay, so I have a tech platform called Expert Space. Okay, this is a really important part of the puzzle as well. This is already in place. Okay, so what am I doing in terms of my own health and longevity and energy? Well, I'm doing all of these things from a biohacking perspective already. I am fast approaching 50. I feel like I'm in the best shape of my life, to the point where people say to me, Karen, what's your secret? And I'm like, okay, biohacking is my secret. How can I get this out to more people? How can I share this with more people? Because the secret to feeling amazing is knowing yourself. And when you know what you need to do to optimize you, just like we're doing in our businesses, that's when it becomes really powerful. That's when our energy increases. And that's when we have this untapped supply of energy that we can feed into our business. And then I started to think, oh my God, I've got a biology degree as well. I studied biomedical sciences at university. I have a fascination with biology, human biology, how the human body works. Even though it feels like it was a very long time ago that I was at university studying biomedical sciences, this is a passion. It's never left me. How can I tap into and leverage my interest in biology? And when I realized this, it all just started falling into place. I was like, strategy, tech and systems, leverage, simplicity, age, longevity, energy, biology. Have you ever had a moment where you just think, the writing's on the wall is staring me in the face? I've got to do something with this. And that's how the Biohack Your Business idea was born. I was running a retreat. I was helping my retreat goers with their strategy. We were running day 2, which was the biohacking day of the retreat. They felt amazing. They were doing things like headstands. They were doing press-ups and blasting through their previous best on press-ups in a kind of controlled experiment. I was seeing firsthand what was possible with applying ourselves, that that strong mindset shift, the tapping into our energy, the cold water therapy, the visualization, the meditation, the breath work, the focus, the clarity, and the motivation that we get from biohacking. So this year has been really pivotal. The Biohack Your Business movement has been created, building a Biohack Your Business mastermind. We've got 15 people in it at the moment, beta testing it, and it's incredible. There is no doubt in my mind that this is the future of business. There is no doubt in my mind that this is what people need. If you're building a business and you're following a strategy, or you're trying to follow a strategy and it's not working, or if you're finding it hard to even follow a strategy because there's something getting in the way that's just stopping you from doing what you need to do, even if you've got the tech and the tools and you put in the stuff out there, it's not going to help if you're feeling exhausted or tired or not energized. If you're getting up in the morning feeling a sense of dread and you don't have a spring in your step and you don't feel like you're bringing the best of yourself to your business, if your mindset is not where it needs to be, if your energy is not where it needs to be, if any of these things are not clicking into place, you got to find that it's impacting on your business. It's going to affect how much money you make. It's going to affect how productive you are. It's going to affect how you show up every single day, whether that's on social media or on the calls to your clients. It's going to have a massive effect on your business. And you might be listening to this thinking, this is what I'm seeing right now. Let me tell you, it's not your fault, because strategy alone is not enough. You need way more than strategy to build the business that you really aspire to have. And that's why I am so excited about this Biohack Your Business movement. We're bringing together strategy. We're bringing together the tech and the tools through expert space. We're bringing together the energy and the biohacking and this self-personal optimization. Imagine what is possible with all of these things in place. It's incredible. It blows my mind to even think about what the future looks like for entrepreneurs, because it is a movement. My vision for this is huge. And the story of how I arrived at this was wanting to get the best out of myself. Of course I do. Wanting to make sure that the energy that I bring into my business doesn't start depleting when I hit perimenopause or menopause, which is an inevitability for women who are in their 40s and 50s and beyond. I don't want to be waking up in the morning feeling like I don't have the energy, or if I've got brain fog, or any of these things that frankly we hear as horror stories. That's not negotiable for me. Now, of course, some of it I might not have any choice about, but I have a phenomenal amount of control over my health, my well-being, my mindset, my energy. And that's what I started doing. I started taking control over my health. And I started seeing how this was really great for my business. And then I started realizing that this is what my clients needed as well. And so I started sharing what I was doing with my clients. And then I realized, oh my God, I'm doing the strategy. I'm doing the tech and the tools with Expert at Space. I'm bringing in my energy, and how can my clients build their energy? I'm sharing the supplements I'm taking and the deep work that I'm doing and my strategies and the day-to-day things or the week-to-week things that I'm really leveraging. This is about leverage. Leverage. It's like one of the best words in the dictionary. Leverage is, I joke amongst my clients that leverage is my middle name. We leverage business. We build a slick, smart, streamlined business. Leverage is getting more from less. So we can do that in business, great. The concept and the idea and being able to do this in business is incredibly powerful. What if we can now apply the principles of leverage to ourselves as well? This is the big game changer. This is what so few people are doing. And this is, honestly, my friends, this is the missing piece of the entrepreneurial puzzle. And this is how the Biohack Your Business movement was born. I really hope you've enjoyed this episode where I take you through the story, the stages of how this all started and where it's going in the future. If you love the idea of this, I'm building a complete solution for entrepreneurs where every aspect of your business and you is taken care of. If you love the idea of this, if you want to know how to improve your energy, if you want to know how to optimize yourself and your business, if you want the best strategies and systems and processes, along with the tech and the tools to make all of this happen, so that you know that you do your best work when you look after yourself. Because when you feel great, you do great. Then I'd love to invite you to join my Biohack Your Business waitlist. And if you want to book a call with me, reach out to me at any time.